And that concludes my report. Jordan, I thank you very much for allowing me to do this report. It's always been my dream to visit kind of a disheveled room away from the Breaking the News studio and see how a slovenly person would live. So this has been a real experience for me.
That's understandable, Dan. Well, stay tuned for next week when Dan goes into a shoveled room as opposed to a disheveled room and tells us about that exciting experience.
We've got to be balanced in our reporting, Jordan. That's what makes us who we are.
Also next week, I will be balancing a giraffe on the tip of my nose, so tune in for that special report.
Now, Jordan, I've seen you do this trick, but it seems to me that the giraffe is doing the lion's share of the work, as it were.
Well, it is a tiny giraffe, and it does have very strong legs. I don't want to get into the details. We'll save that for next week, but we do have something exciting coming up next, something called Arts Talk. So stay tuned for that. This has been Breaking the News with Dan and Jordan.
Here we are. We're back, Cliff. I'm Bill. You're Cliff. How are you? We can't hear you, Cliff. I think you muted your mic. There you go.
Unmuted. Look at that. Technical
Unmuted.
Difficulties right off.
I thought maybe we just were trying to read your lips. I thought maybe that was the test.
That was the test.
Yeah.
Well, we're back. And
we're
it's
back.
Bill and Cliff and Bill
It's Arts Talk.
to us. And it's Arts Talk.
And hey, this is the first time, Cliff, I was looking back. So the last live show we did was back in February of 2020.
2020. Isn't that amazing?
That was the last one. And then we had to shut her down. And here we are. We're back. Finally.
And the whole world went to nothing the moment we shut the Arts Talk down, right?
It's never been the same.
It's never been the same. And I mean, I don't know if we should take responsibility for that or not, but I mean, really, we have big shoulders. We probably should, right?
I will shoulder that responsibility. How about you? How about we just do that?
How about we just do that?
Here we are. What is it? June 2nd today, and
June
2021. And finally, we're bringing Arts Talk back to the masses.
Isn't that amazing? And of course, we're doing it with a technological bent. Don't know how long this is going to last because, I mean, there's some rumor of us opening up and all that jazz. However, in the meantime and in between time, as the old expression goes, we have a new format.
For now, yeah. Hopefully, maybe we'll be able to do this in front of people or back out live sometime in the summer. Who knows? But for now, we got to thank, Jordan Ward and Dan Moser from Good Improv. And, Jordan's kind of running the behind the scenes for us right now, which is really cool as well.
Yeah, these guys are the bomb, eh? Not only funny, like great improv and so on and so forth, but hey, pretty good behind the tech stuff too, eh?
Yeah, well, for sure. Well, they're the funny guys, and you and I are the very serious host.
As usual. That
Make
hosts
that plural.
with an
Hosts.
S. That's right.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Strong like bull.
Strong like bull. That's right. Absolutely, absolutely. And we've learned new words since we've been gone, like like Jankin and so on and so forth, right? And new acronyms because we like acronyms, right?
We do.
Yeah. So this inaugural show then, Bill, or re-inaugural show. Is that a word? Re-inaugural? That sounds that doesn't sound like a word.
If it's not, you just made it up. So
there we go. So this is our re-inaugural show. And in our re-inaugural show, what are we doing?
Well, I think this will be a reintroduction show because we've been gone for so long.
Cool.
I thought it was kind of cool to maybe reintroduce our street reporters, and of course we've had Good Improv, and we'll talk to them a little bit later in the show as well. And so we're going to try and continue the same type of show that we were doing before we got shut down. Right. So having some guests promoting arts of all genres, and that's what we're going to, and bi-weekly. So we're going to be on twice a month on Wednesday nights at 8:00, streaming live to our YouTube channel, which we need everybody to subscribe to, and click the notification button as well. That way you'll get notifications when we're going live, just like we are right now.
Yeah, that's right. It's a really good reporting device that YouTube has, right? Because if you like us and you push that bell, it tells people you like us. And if you don't
Yes.
like us, man, just smash that bell, right? Because that really tells people that, hey, I don't like these people, right? So it's a very versatile button, is what I'm trying to say, right?
It is. Well, they can
So-
also click the like button too. Like, so if you, for whatever reason, you're not able to watch the live stream with us tonight, which I don't know what that reason would be. You should be here with us. But anyway, if you're not watching it live and you're going to watch it tomorrow, click the like button too. Like, click that little thumb and like the video as well.
Perfect. Sounds like a reasonable option and a reasonable thing to do, I'd say.
I think so. So we're going to do our best to get through tonight. And I think Jordan's going to do a fantastic job, but we might have a little hiccup here or there because it's our first live stream like this, but we'll do our best to get through it. And what do you think, Cliff? Should we bring on some street reporters?
I would think so, right? Because I mean, in the re-inaugural show, I think we should reintroduce some street reporters. I think that's a very good idea.
Well, then why don't we do it? Let's take a quick break and we'll bring them all back on.
Sounds good, Bill.
Hold on, we're having technical difficulties. One moment, please.
We need to raise the ceiling. Do it, Jacqueline, do it. The ceiling is officially raised.
The ceiling is officially raised. What do you think of our new theme song there?
Hey, man, I really like it. I'm telling you, I'm digging the blues. Always love the blues. Look, always love the blues. I'm telling you. Yeah. and it looks like some other people like the blues. Hey, Rebecca. So yeah, we like the blues, and yeah, it's nice. It's energetic and it's cool. I love it.
So should we do some introductions?
Let's do it.
All right. So we have on the screen Rebecca Bissonnette, who's been with us for quite a while now, as well with Arts Talk.
Rebecca, darling.
Down in the corner, Jacqueline, and Christine in the other corner. Now, Christine's been freezing a little bit here and there, so we're enjoying her facial expression. So, Christine, jump in when you absolutely can.
That's right. But I tell you, the facial expressions are always interesting. And yes, just like that.
Yeah, perfect.
Botox
that's perfect.
101.
That's right. And then of course we have Miss Question Mark on your bottom left. I don't know if you see the same thing we see, but
yeah, question mark, exclamation mark in the period.
That's right. So I'm just a full stop, and
So
Bill's
I'm a full stop as well.
But then we have Jacqueline over there with an exclamation mark, and Rebecca. Well, she's always a question mark because we never know what Rebecca's up to.
True story.
True story. And then of course Christine. Well, she's just a full stop, just like we are, and she stops very often, it seems.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does quite a bit. So why don't we start with Rebecca? Rebecca, welcome back to Arts Talk. How's it feel to be back?
Yes. It's awesome. I've been kind of poking Bill I poke Bill all the time, but that's a whole other show.
See these bruises? Look at all these bruises.
I know, right? I was just busy laughing at our raise the ceiling. Isn't it raise the roof, Cliff?
Okay, I guess it must be, right?
Let's not get technical. It's our first show back.
Exactly.
I'm just doing a one hand. I'm doing a one hand raise.
He's really strong. He only needs one. I've been excited for Arts Talk to come back in some shape or form for a while. It's I actually surprised myself at how much I missed it. You know, that it's a different way to connect with the community and to kind of basically it's to love the city up, love my friends up, love everybody up. And because we all love the arts and we're all in some way, shape, or form connected to the arts. So it's this was a big hole in my life. This was a big space that needed to be filled. So I'm really excited to be back. And I really hope that, Alberta, we behave ourselves and we can do this often and in person and get out and promote Edmonton again. I've really missed it.
So Rebecca, just before we go to Jacqueline, so Rebecca, do you have any kind of story ideas that you're planning for Arts Talk in the future once things open up a bit?
I've been kind of keeping my eye on stuff, and a lot of places have either created a patio or made some makeshift kind of stage. So I think, hopefully I'll get to spend a lot of time covering outside stuff, like the Grindstones patio is going to open and they're going to have entertainment on that every night kind of thing. So stuff like that. I'm looking forward to being able to still safely get out and cover some art. So I have to think I'll have to get my bucket hat and stock up on my sunscreen.
It's funny how when we say the word outside, it's associated with the word unique.
True, right? Yeah,
That's a strange thing of our time, isn't it?
it kind of is, but we're getting used to it. I like it.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
big time. So Jacqueline, welcome back.
Thank you.
Back.
I've missed you all. Thank
Yeah.
you.
It's great to have you back as our street reporter. And what have you been up to the past year that we've been away?
Well, I haven't grown anything, so I'm about 5'7.5", 5'10" with
Same,
heels
same with
on. Yeah,
Cliff and I.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Although, regrettably, I did put on those required COVID-19 pounds.
You put on 19 pounds?
Yeah, So I too am looking forward to getting out and, not that street festivals and whatnot, there's always mini donuts, which are a big draw for me.
I love mini
Slurpees
donuts.
on hot days. But one of the things I think that I'll focus on really quickly is as we transition a little bit slower in a safe environment is there's been a lot of, those community block parties where, we have those entertainers that are, in smaller parties and environments. So I think that that's one of the opportunities that I'd like to showcase on Arts Talk. But I also as well just love the visual arts. So some of my friends, some of the shows that I've showcased before, not only whether it's fashion, so that's fashion and design, or of course, the painted art, like some of the original art that's behind me. So just really eager to get back out and tell everybody about what's going on in Edmonton.
Nice.
And
Yeah,
surrounding areas, right? Because I'm kind of your little out in the sticks girl, but
yeah, for sure. We want to cover not just Edmonton and area. We want to cover all the areas around here that we
that's
can
right.
get out to. So Christine is still having some obviously some internet issues there. So Christine, I don't know how much we'll be able to get from you, but we'll ask you the same question. It's good to have you back. Yeah.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
I think every time she moves her lips,
It's good to
one
be.
of us.
I hope you can hear me. Oh,
Mhm.
oh.
Yes. Yeah, we can hear you.
Talk fast, Christine.
Yeah.
Or get the cue cards up. Cue cards up.
That's good. I think recently I've gotten to stop animation because of the show.
And you're doing a wonderful job,
You
Christine.
did a fantastic job.
I'm just happy to be back.
Short and sweet and to the point.
Yeah.
That's good. Way to go,
Nice.
Christine. We love
There you
you. She's like in one of those photo booths, how you
Yeah.
take 12 pictures or whatever like that.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you look like, Christine. It's very cute. So keep it up, girl.
So for those that might be watching tonight, these are our street reporters. So if you have anything that's coming up, whether it's, virtual over the next, few weeks or things start opening up and you're going to have some sort of event somewhere, we want to hear from you so that these ladies can maybe get out and say hi and cover it.
And what better time, right? Because a lot of artists and everybody from singers, songwriters to bands, and of course drama and theater and all the wonderful arts that we surround ourselves with on a regular basis. I mean, what better time? A lot of these people are going to be gearing up to get on stage again and gearing up to entertain again. And hey, maybe starting small, maybe starting, even on the street, distance on the street performers, whatnot. It's the perfect time. And I'm really happy to be back with this show. I'm happy to be back to be able to represent the things that we love about Edmonton. Edmonton is a fantastic city, and I think it deserves to be showcased, and hopefully to a greater audience than just Edmonton. I mean, that's the magic of YouTube, right? So it's going to be fantastic to be able to showcase some of the talent that we have in this wonderful city of ours. And more importantly than the talent, I've said this from the very beginning show of Arts Talk, while I have the most tremendous respect for art and music and all these things, my highest ideal, my highest respect goes to the people behind these things, because these are the creators. And these creators are people that really significantly change our world, and always for the better.
Cliff, one of the things that you said, if you don't mind me jumping in, is, we're talking about, obviously, we're in a virtual world. And although we're showcasing, primarily Edmonton, and then we sort of branch out a little bit. But some of the unique things that might happen on this show specifically is that if people were to, comment or like or
Right.
share and tell us where they're from, that would be the first thing. It's always
Yeah.
interesting to know. Second is that tourism is, a valued asset for everybody. I think we're all itching to travel a little bit. So that would be the other thing, is that we can use this platform as we branch out on YouTube to invite people,
Mhm.
to travel and come to see Edmonton and the surrounding area, and to learn a little bit about what's great in the arts scene here in Alberta.
In
Oh,
Alberta,
big.
absolutely.
Yeah, totally agree, Jacqueline, for sure. So, hey, I'm just curious. So, for Christine and Rebecca and Jacqueline, now you guys are all artists as well. And how's this pandemic affected you? So, for all of us, like myself and Cliff and anybody who's either an actor or a musician, whatever, things did come to a big stop for a lot of people. So, how's it kind of affected you guys?
Well, I'll jump in really quickly. One of the amazing opportunities that I had was over the Christmas break. So I had previously been involved with murder mysteries in person. And that's through Slickster Entertainment. And they did a whole sort of virtual online. And we had actors from across the nation, of course, join us, which just made it all the more special. So I did that a couple of times. And
That's awesome.
yeah, and I think that the learning aspect of it. I mean, I had the pleasure of even just being in the back room today and watching what happens behind the scenes. So I know a lot of people had to learn, whatever these virtual platforms are. They've been challenged. I mean, look at Christine; she keeps freezing in these beautiful forms, and so that was the one thing from a creative perspective that I experienced and very much appreciated during the pandemic. It grew me as an actor.
Oh dear.
Cool.
How about you,
Well, I
Rebecca?
know that I mean, anybody who's known me for a minute knows that I'm really involved in the arts in all kinds of shapes and forms. And so, when I couldn't go to dance classes, when I couldn't get into a rehearsal, when I couldn't sing with my like all of those things, it hit, and it hit hard, if I'm being really, really honest. I know a lot of people maybe who are listening or, have been fans of our show in the past are probably dealing with something similar, in that their outlets for their creativity, for their mental health, for their self-care, everything was kind of squashed. And not just once or twice, but like 3 times.
Yeah, repeatedly.
So it was really challenging, but I was very fortunate to be able to have some other kind of outlets offered to me. I know, last summer Bill was like, "Hey, Rebecca, me and some pals are putting together a radio station. Want to be a part of it?" And I'm like, okay. I was a little hesitant, but now it's like Sound Sugar Radio is, I call it one of my other homes, because it's a place where really I didn't have to see anybody else in order to be able to be creative. Right. It's a bonus to have a guest. It's a bonus to, have a co-host or have a team or whatever. But so that's something I think that, well, I'll always be indebted to Bill for that. But it's something that came along at a time when I needed something. So it's something that came along just at the right time. So it's very special to me. And I think it will always be very special to me, even as things reopen and, I get back into dancing and singing and all of those fun things. It's not something that I'm going to lose. It's something that's going to be with me, because like, as Jacqueline was saying, like kind of new skills came up, new ways to use your talents and stuff. And it's quite honestly something I never thought of doing, like not even close. But now I'm like, yeah, I could get up at 5:30 and take over Crash and Mars' show on Now Radio. I could totally do that. So it's been using my skill sets really differently in order to keep my sanity, if I'm being really honest.
Nice.
For sure. Again, Christine, we'll try and maybe get you here a little bit, because I do see you moving around a little bit. So how's it been for you? She's got that delay.
Well, it's not radio, so
I started taking pictures.
She's going to use sign language. Perfect.
I got
No.
handed down camera. It's so bad. Oh no.
So you're doing some photography.
Photography, yeah. This is kind of like charade.
This is great.
First syllable.
Movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, Christine, we
Yeah.
love you and we feel your
Yeah,
pain for
thank you.
sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Totally.
Yeah, we've all been there.
We're laughing with you, my friend, not
Believe
at
me.
you,
No,
but
no,
we're also
no, no,
laughing
no.
at you.
I always say we're laughing
Yeah.
near you.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Right,
No.
right beside you. Right beside
Oh my
you.
gosh.
Right beside you. We're laughing right beside you.
Oh,
So cute. So cute.
Aw, right back at you, buddy. Right back at you.
So I mean, we could do our job as street reporters and ask the same of
Check.
you. So Cliff and Bill,
I'll get it. I'll get it.
what's happening? What's happening in your world since the pandemic? What new skills or opportunities have been afforded to you both?
Yeah, Bill.
Oh, yeah, Cliff. Well, as Rebecca said, we started the radio station last year on August 1st. Prior to that, I run my music festival, Ravenwood Experience. So, of course, last year, as everybody else, we had to go virtual. And we're going to do it again this year because, like all the other festivals, we just did not feel confident enough that we could run a full outdoor festival again this year, just with the way things are, even though vaccinations are in place, but it just didn't feel right for the board and for the Music Society. But anyway, yeah, so did that. I shot a movie last year. I was in a film that started shooting back in early just before COVID shut everything down last year, early 2020. So they had to shut down, but then they shot in August following all the COVID protocols. That was really interesting because I've been on a lot of film sets, and that was quite a bit different being on a set where you're, having to do everything following COVID protocols. Everybody's separated and, getting your temperature checked when you get on set and filling out forms and, sitting away from everybody and all that fun kind of stuff. So that was interesting. So I've kept, pretty busy. And of course, Cliff and I do the Podly podcast every Monday. We've been doing that since, I don't know, we're on like 80 episodes now, Cliff.
80, yeah, something like that. 80 episodes, right?
Wow.
So
And
Yeah.
you even invited me to be a guest. I can't believe it. Wow.
We did.
Yeah. You were
Yeah.
with Paul actually at that time, but
Well, that was on Bill and Paul Face the Music on Sound Sugar,
oh
wasn't it?
yeah. I
think
mean,
so.
you're so busy and you're so successful. That's great. Cliff, you got to one-upmanship him. So what have you been up to, my friend?
No. that is probably the most distant thing from my mind ever. Life is too busy with just upmanship, let alone one-upmanship. But a lot of the podcast has been going really well. I think it's a fantastic outlet. You talk about outlets for creativity and whatnot. For this pandemic, I think for me, I don't know, man. Monday nights, it's an hour. It's just an hour, but yet, and we don't prepare for it. Everything is ad-libbed. We have no format. We have no nothing. I mean, we just basically come on. We pick a topic. Often we never stick to the topic, but nonetheless, we pick a topic as a formality and seldom sit with it. But nonetheless, it's a very fun and engaging hour, and I think that's a fantastic thing for a Monday night for a guy like me, because late in 2019 I started a new position with a company called Smart Photography, and it's been a great learning curve, and it's been very high energy. And then of course 2020 comes along, and here I thought it was going to be one whole year with the company. I'm going to learn the whole routine, right? No, not a chance. Everything got changed. So it was a great challenge. It was really awesome. And we talk about often using creativity within the fields of art and within the fields of all these things. But I tell you, there's a tremendous amount of creativity involved in the business side of things, in situations such as COVID, in years that are like this. We are always adapting and always moving forward and always changing. And I get to talk and deal with a myriad of people in my job, and I think that's so fantastic. Teachers and parents and you name it, and principals and all that type of stuff. And that's been a really interesting endeavor for me, which is not generally considered a creative endeavor, and yet it has really flexed my creative muscles in that area. So that, and I've actually picked up my guitar again after a very, very long time. And I've been playing more than probably ever before, and still banging the drums a little bit. That's a new endeavor for me as well, for those who don't know. So still, but I scaled that back a little bit in order to get to the guitar. So
can you pick it up now and play us a diddly?
A diddly?
A diddly?
Just a little diddly, a jankin diddly.
Just a little one.
I have a very bad rotator cuff injury, so that's why I'm grunting and groaning picking it up. But
Okay, well, we appreciate the effort.
Cliff! That was amazing.
Oh, it was amazing. That was more than a little diddly. So
I don't
thank
know.
you.
I don't know what that is, mind you, but it was fun
It
to
was
play.
beautiful.
That was
Sounded
a big
great.
diddly. Thank you for your big diddly.
Yeah.
The big diddly.
This show's taking a change.
This is
So-
G-rated.
There you go. So it's nice. It's been nice for me because I haven't played for a lot of years. It's been about 25 years that I've played. So it's been a really interesting time. And I think, who knows, maybe COVID contributed to that. I don't know. So
You know, Bill, actually, sorry, Cliff as well. So I too, you reminded me that I recently purchased a grand piano and have played my whole life, but
right.
that was a COVID present to myself. And even if I'm only
amazing.
playing, 5, 10, 15 minutes every once in a while, it's great for the fingers. It's great for the mind.
Fantastic.
And it's just a personal achievement that, yes, I've played my whole life, but now I have a beautiful baby grand to play on. So.
Oh, isn't that
Oh, wow.
nice? Congratulations.
Yeah,
Excellent. We expect to see a picture of that, Jacqueline.
Yeah.
absolutely.
And possibly a little clip, of a little diddly or whatever you guys
Yeah.
call that.
well, you and I could do a diddly together.
That would be
yeah,
that would
for
be
sure.
great. That would
Next
be great.
show. Next show.
Next show.
The Arts Talk
Those are
Diddley
playing
segment.
themselves.
Yeah, the Arts Talk Diddly segment. That's right.
Somebody can
Arts
play
Talk
the
Diddley segment.
spoons, and somebody can, do
There you
that.
go.
It's the ATDS.
ATDS, the Arts
ATDS, Arts
coconut.
Talk Diddley segment.
Diddly segment. And then there's Rebecca.
That's my coconuts from Spamalot.
Oh, I thought you were at like the big cymbals or something, and you were crashing them together like the big marching band. That's
No,
what Rebecca's playing the cymbals.
I thought she
And
was doing
Christine's
the
just going to be the, facial expressions of the studio. So that's great.
I
That's
got a
right.
keyboard back here. I could be the keyboard.
Look at
Oh,
that.
nice.
Yeah.
Well,
Thanks for
turn
the-
it on, my friend. Come
Thanks
on.
for that diddly, Rebecca.
Oh, I don't. I look at sheet music and I have to write the notes out and I plunk out a note at a time. I'm not
Oh.
nearly playworthy yet.
Dude,
Oh,
I don't even read music. I don't know how to read music. So
No kidding, you guys.
I diddle around
Wow.
on guitar and piano as well. I have a piano in my house, but
Let's get the band on the road.
I don't read music, so
No kidding, you guys.
I have to learn by ear.
yeah,
I
everything
play
I
with
play, I
my-
play by ear. So
Okay, maybe that'll
which
be the
hurts
next
after a while.
lesson is that we're going to teach you, there's only like 7 notes, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yeah, so
My head's hurting already,
listen,
Jacqueline.
some of the best musicians in the world, some of the best musicians
Yes.
in the world don't read music. So
no, totally get
I'd
it.
like to, but nonetheless.
It's funny. We talk about Sound Sugar Radio, which this is Arts Talk, so we're not going to promote Sound Sugar Radio all the time. But I've interviewed a ton of musicians on there, and it's funny how many professional musicians we have talked to from all across North America that don't read music.
Don't read music. Yeah.
Nope.
One of my favorite guitarists and probably one of the most, I think, underrated guitarists in the world, probably one of the best guitarists in the world, is Lindsey Buckingham from Fleetwood Mac.
Love Lindsey Buckingham.
And I watched an interview with him a little while ago. I was spellbound. I mean, I've known this man all my life, right? I mean, I don't remember life without Fleetwood Mac, and I don't remember life without guys like Paul Simon and
Yes.
Paul Simon being my absolute favorite artist in the world. And then
Good choice.
right? And then I see this Lindsey Buckingham guy in this interview, and I watch him like up close and personal, and it's absolutely staggering the talent that this man has. It's stunning. The fact that he's reached the level of musicianship that he has, stardom that he has, is totally irrelevant. The fact is, when you watch him play and you watch him sing and you watch him just do his stuff, I mean, it gives you shivers to understand the amount of absolute genius this man has,
Mm-hmm.
Cliff,
sure.
that also reminds me, one of the other things that I've taken to during the pandemic is obviously watching more YouTubes or clips or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
And more recently, oh my goodness, I have been watching all of these sort of random. Do you remember when what were they? Those flash mobs were the thing.
Right.
Well, now it's in, the train stations where people have put the pianos or whatever, and people just sort of
Yeah.
walk up and play. I watched the best one. It was like a 70-year-old gentleman. It was in, the UK or something like that. And then this other musician came up, and the two of them were jamming like you wouldn't believe. We were talking about liking blues and jazz music
Nice.
and everything like that.
Nice.
And the camaraderie of two people
Right.
that didn't know each other. I think that music does that for all of us,
It
perhaps.
bridges every gap.
It
bridges
does,
every gap.
I mean, I know, Rebecca, you were talking about during the pandemic, mental health is a real concern, and we all need to take care of ourselves. And I do applaud you. I've seen many times on your, social media that you have openly talked about it. That we all need to support each other. And I just found that those little snippets where people random, they either stop in the train station and play this piano that's been sitting there, or next to it, right? You've got buskers on the street, and then all of a sudden some random person joins in with their instruments. So, good on the arts industry for sure, for supporting each other and continuing to grow. And as well, as an example, with Rebecca and all of us, I'm sure, is providing an outlet for that mental health so that we can just take care of ourselves and take care of each other.
Oh, for sure. Totally agree. And hey, I'm not going to give any names here, but I can tell you one of the acts I'm working on for this year's Ravenwood experience. And Cliff, if you're a guitar fan, if I finalize, which I hope to finalize with these guys by the weekend, are amazing, amazing guitar players.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So it'll be a fun act for the show. So, hey, so ladies, I think, we have to move on because we're going to talk to our Good Improv guys here next, but it's awesome to have you guys all back as our street reporters. And we're looking forward to all the different stories you're going to bring to Arts Talk this year. And like we said, hopefully, maybe in the next couple months, we'll be able to do this in a room together.
So great to see you guys.
We're so thrilled. Love and health. And I'm Team Pfizer. So if you believe in it, absolutely get your shot. If you
Moderna here.
Yeah, that's all right. Really? No kidding. Look at the room. Look at the diversity in this.
Diversity.
I love it. Well, thank you very much for inviting us. And,
Christine. Doing your stop animation again. Great job, Christine.
Love it. We've missed you, Christine. Absolutely. And for me, obviously, I'm going to flip on to my own page on social media and promote not only Arts Talk in its entirety, but the opportunity to reach out and invite me to some of those gigs that are starting up again for this summer. So stay healthy and safe, everybody.
Fantastic. Thanks, everybody. Okay, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back with our Good Improv guys.
Jordan, do you need me to stay?
You can stay there, Jacqueline, if you wouldn't mind just muting.
Yeah.
We're just going to make a quick adjustment here. All right, we're back.
We're back. Well, hey, Jordan and, where's Dan?
Oh, I'm just kidding, everyone.
It's me, Dan. I'm just wearing my street clothes.
Boy, I
cool.
thought you needed to shave for a second there, Dan.
I probably could use one. I'm getting a little bushy.
Yeah, I got to get a little closer to the razor.
Yeah. So, hey, how are you guys doing? And hey, thank you for the intro and bringing Arts Talk back again here in 2021.
No problem. We're doing all right. As you can see, Dan's getting himself into lots of hairy situations there. Doing
big time.
monkey shines and...
I know. And the worst part of it, he loves it. He beats his chest all day for it, right? I mean, it's just awesome.
And Dan, do you ever do any waxing of any type?
No, not on my body.
Oh, okay. Not on your body.
So I've actually been I was inspired by your last segment because during the pandemic I've actually taken up an instrument as well.
Wow,
Nice.
what's that?
So can I play you a little something on the instrument I've taken up?
I would love
Do it.
that.
Wonderful. Now this instrument is called an egg shaker. So I'm just yanking your chain. It's not an egg shaker. I took up a different instrument, guys. Come on. The instrument I took up was this, the tambourine.
Oh, I love a
Nice.
tambourine.
Nice.
That's Hey Jude. So you just
That's
continue
Hey
that
Jude,
for 8
nice.
minutes. That's
I
Hey Jude.
knew as soon as you hit the first one, that was
I
Hey
know.
Jude.
Instantly, we recognized it, eh, Bill? It was awesome.
Right away. You know what we should have had is a cowbell, because you can always use more cowbell, right?
You can always
true.
use more. I could have brought mine. Actually, take mine off the kit and bring it. So
Yeah.
and
how
we'll
about-
sorry,
ahead.
we'll have to do that April wine thing. Ding 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 ding.
Yes.
Yeah, you handle the complicated guitar licks, and I'll just bang the tambourine. That
Bang the
sounds
tambourine.
perfect.
Some Blue Oyster Cult.
The Blue Oyster Cult. There we go.
Yeah, don't fear the Reaper.
Don't fear the Reaper.
And Jordan, how about you? You're being real quiet there now. Do you not have an instrument to play?
I have an instrument to play. My mind is my instrument, Bill.
Well, it
Nice
must
one.
be a good instrument because it's shining quite bright.
Well, it's often out of tune, but it never lets me down.
Nice.
Never lets me down. We ran into some trouble. Dan and I, we went on a big tour. We toured all around North America, but we ran into some
Wow.
trouble because Dan, he was banging a lot of tambourines on the road.
Every
I don't know if I
town a
wanna
new
go there.
tambourine.
But
I'm not
but
sure- I'm
hey,
not
when
sure
you
I'm
were
gonna go
banging
there.
the tambourines, though, you were doing it safely, weren't you?
Well,
Yeah, he
you
was-
know, as safely as you can.
Was it
Yeah, he
social
carried his-
distancing?
He carried his pistol with him, so don't worry
He
about that.
carried his pistol
It's
with
the safest you can be.
It was a
Sure,
social
sometimes you wake
distancing
up, you
banging
don't
of
remember the tambourine you were playing the night before. It is what it is.
but it is what it is.
I was worried about Dan. I was worried he was going to overdose while we were on tour. I bust into his motel room there, and he's covered in tambourines. Covered in
Oh,
Oh, wow. He was covered in tambourines while wearing that gorilla suit.
this is my street clothes.
his street
Oh,
clothes. yeah.
sorry. That's what you normally look like. You're not actually wearing anything right now, are you, Dan?
Oh no, I can take this off, but this is my street clothes. So I don't want to get into that.
I just wanted to make sure you weren't naked. It's just, so.
Oh,
for
I
our
see.
viewers. Yeah.
I see. No, I'm not naked, everyone. If you want to see me naked, you'll have to tune into Breaking the News with Dan and Jordan every Saturday.
And the thing is, when he takes the suit off and he's naked, he looks the same.
That's what I mean.
It's true. That is true. That is
Takes
true.
that off, he looks no different.
But it's an important distinction to make that if you were to take this off, there would be another layer underneath.
There would be another layer underneath.
So good improv, Dan and Jordan. What have you guys, besides touring North America and banging tambourines, etc., what else have you been doing through this pandemic?
Well, we've been doing quite a bit. We've been
Well,
doing
it's
some
gone very quiet.
We've been doing some extensive news reporting, as you may well know, breaking all
Yes,
sorts of
breaking the news.
breaking the news. Yes, we've been set out to break the news this last year. So we did that, and we've been doing a lot of post-production, developing some video stuff, and actually, we're going to be making a short film using only our phones in the
Nice.
course of 48 hours.
Nice.
Wow. So
That's
just
in
the
July?
phones are going to be in it? You guys aren't in it?
Just
That's where the real
phones.
talent is. You know, on the
the
phone
real
you can put like a picture of a famous celebrity and stuff. We can't compete with that.
That you can't compete with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Siri always
That's a-
knows her
that's-
lines. She never
She never does.
misspeaks.
Just repeats
She
whatever you
never,
tell
ever
her.
messes up. Takes direction well, is what you're saying.
Yes. Yes, as opposed to Dan and I, who are notoriously difficult to work with.
I don't like working with myself. I don't like working with Jordan. Jordan
Yeah.
doesn't like working with me. I assume he doesn't like working with himself.
Yeah, Cliff and I can't stand each other, but we make it look good for the camera.
We just make it look good for the camera.
That's the mark of a true professional.
Exactly.
Yes.
I mean, right now I'm just seething. However, you will never know that. Right? But I like the word seething. It's a very nice word. You see,
Seething.
seething.
Yes.
That's a good
Good
word.
word it is
That's
a very good word.
Seething is a good word. Yes.
Yeah, very good word.
So-
You guys,
Sorry, I was going to ask.
go ahead.
This newscast that you guys do, is this a YouTube thing, or do you guys do a live Facebook, or where do you post this stuff?
Well, at the risk of bringing up Sound Sugar Radio too many times during the broadcast, we do it on Sound Sugar Radio every
Nice.
Saturday,
Nice. Saturday when? What time?
8 p.m.
o'clock.
live.
8 o'clock. Nice. Cool. So all our Arts
Yeah,
Talk
better than bed.
people, better than that. All our Arts Talk people, now you know where you can reach these guys who generally, so generously bring their talents to this show.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
thank
look-
you so much.
we look forward to
Well, we
having
do
good
like working
improv
with you
on the
guys.
show. Oh, good. That's
and-
a good thing.
And actually, I can echo that. I mean, I like you guys. It's
Yeah.
Bill that I have a problem with.
Yeah, same way. I can't stand Cliff, but I don't mind working with you guys at all.
Oh, well, that's much appreciated.
That's
Much
good. No, it's
But I-
awesome.
I do have to ask you one quick question, you guys, though, and this was a breaking news story, and I'm still not sure. Do you guys actually go back and follow up on some of your stories? Because it's been something I've been thinking about ever since I heard it, and that is the Sasquatch that became rich. So did that Sasquatch actually become a millionaire like you guys have said? Have you followed up on that?
Yes. Yeah, richer than a millionaire.
Wow.
The Sasquatch eclipsed Jeff Bezos, eclipsed Elon Musk, and went on to become the richest person on Earth.
Sasquatch on Earth.
But
richest Sasquatch by far, but also richest person he was competing with. That's how rich he was. But here's the tragic part of the story, guys. And this, we didn't broadcast this because it was just too sad. Like many people who win the lottery, he went on and lost it all. And is back to living in the woods. He's barely seen. You never see him around. If you didn't see Bigfoot before, now you never see him because he's just that embarrassed, you know?
Yeah, now he's a Smallfoot.
Yeah. So it's not rags to riches. It's rags to riches and then obscurity.
And back to rags again.
Yes.
And back to rags. That's right. Cool.
Kind of feel like there's a movie in there somewhere.
There's got to be. Yeah, there's got to be.
Got to be a movie script.
If we had snakes, we can get Samuel Jackson.
hey,
He only does movies with snakes now? It's a good choice. Snakes are very easy to work with, generally.
I think so.
Sorry, can I just say one last thing here before you kick us out of the studio?
No, go right ahead.
One of your street reporters said something that kind of frustrated me.
Okay.
Quite a bit frustrated to me. Someone mentioned mini donuts, which is kind of a pet peeve of mine, because full-size donuts are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So where do we go next? Is the mini donut going to shrink down? What's going to happen to the mini donut? I worry about it. That's all.
Now we got micro donuts, eh? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think
it's going to be a donut that's so small.
We should go the other direction and have maxi donuts.
A maxi donut.
That's the way.
I think that's a damn fine idea.
Yeah, a donut that you actually have to bring like a wagon to put it in. That's the only way to carry it.
You get a bag of 12 of them.
That's right.
Mini donuts.
and then you'll need a tanker truck of milk.
Yeah. So
or coffee.
300 pounds worth for a dozen donuts. It's all 300 pounds. You got to move them to get them to where you need them to go. And a huge. Well, again, I don't drink coffee. And I haven't said that on Arts Talk, but I have said it on other platforms.
And then he asks why I don't like him.
Bill,
there you go.
You don't drink coffee, and you do a show called Coffee Hour with Bill?
I do a show called the Coffee House Hour, and I don't drink coffee.
What channel? What station is that on, Bill? Where do I hear that?
You know what, Dan? I think it's on Sound Sugar Radio. I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, thanks for asking.
But it seems somewhat disingenuous, though, to have a coffee hour when the host doesn't drink coffee. Or is it cold coffee? You drink cold coffee.
I drink cappuccinos, frappuccinos.
It's like finding out you're watching a fishing show, and then you find out the host doesn't even like fishing.
Doesn't fish.
Yeah, right. The host doesn't even eat fish, for crying out loud.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, and you know how he keeps it all together? The magic of television, the magic of audio, right?
Yeah.
What you doing, Dan?
Yeah, Dan's gonna have a drink.
Just having a quick drink, hydrating. You gotta stay hydrated.
Well, I wasn't sure because I couldn't see your hands and I heard the suit rustling. so it kind of grabbed my attention for a quick moment there.
Well, we do cover arts of all genres.
Of all genres.
You can find that footage exclusively on Breaking the News every Saturday at 8 p.m. on Sound Sugar Radio.
On Sound Sugar Radio.
Well, on that note, again, it's great to have you back, guys, and you'll be opening our shows every 2 weeks. And we look forward to hanging out again.
Yeah, I wasn't making a fist at you. I was giving you a thumbs up.
Seriously happy to have you guys back. I've certainly missed that wonderful sense of humor that you guys bring to the show. So it's awesome.
It's been fun.
Thanks so much. We really appreciate it. We're grateful to be a part of the team.
Awesome. All right. Well, maybe we'll take a quick break, and Cliff, maybe you and I'll come back and wrap up our first Arts Talk.
Deal.
Hey.
Deal.
All right.
And we'll just watch. We'll watch Dan.
Actually, he's doing the opposite. It kind of sounds like stripper music. So take the clothes off.
Yeah, he's putting it on instead.
Yeah.
All right. So, hey, Cliff.
Yes, sir.
How does it feel?
Well, it's good to be back, man. I tell you what, I mean, a little choppy here and there with the technology and whatnot, but I mean, hey, this is the re-inaugural show, as we said.
Yep.
So, but it's good to be back. And you know what? In whatever format that we happen to be in currently or in the future, whatever the case may be, the fact of the matter is the drive of the show is the same. And I think the enjoyment level, certainly from my perspective, is very similar. It's nice to be together in person, but hey, this is the next best thing.
So I'm really looking have to do.
Well, yeah, and I'm looking forward to really quite excited about the upcoming shows, and what we'll be able to bring to the table.
No, for sure. And I'm excited about that as well. And I just quickly wanted to mention, Cliff, because we didn't say this at the beginning of the show. Of course, there is just you and I. We used to have 3 of us. So Heidi has moved on to other things, actually moved away.
Literally moved away, yeah.
And thanks for that, Jordan. I like that little musical interlude there. But she's moved away. So now it's just Cliff and I. We're going to host the show together.
Yes. So it's kind of interesting because it was so much fun to have her on the show, and we tortured her, and especially me, I tortured her sort of relentlessly. So I'll miss that. So I might have to torture Bill now. Yes,
I'm kind of used to it.
Yeah, you might have to be the surrogate, Heidi, but yeah, she's moved on, and she left, and she's going to be in school for a while. So that took her out of this particular thing, but we're hoping to have her back as a guest on the show sometime to sort of bat around for old time's sake.
For sure. And that's actually the perfect segue, Cliff, because if you want to be a guest on Arts Talk,
correct,
send us a note, artstalkedmonton@gmail.com, and tell us all about your art, and we'll book you on the show.
And what art is 100% irrelevant. The fact of the matter is we all have a creative streak within us, and some of us are doing or using our creative streak at this level, and some of us are using our creative streak at this level. It doesn't matter at what level you are currently using your creative endeavors and passions with. We'll be happy to have you on the show, and especially if you got something coming up, or if you're working on something, or if you have something that you just want to try. Say you wrote a song and it's a good song, and you think it's a good song, and you need somebody to hear it, and you're thinking, hey, wait a minute, it'd be just great to have a little audience that we can try this out on. Hey, give us a call. You know what? Send us the MP3, and we'd love to have you on. And who knows, maybe one of the lovely street reporters will come and film you live. I mean, whatever works. This show belongs to this show. It belongs to nobody else, and we're free to do what it is that we want to do. So we're very highly adaptable. Right,
you
Bill?
Got it. You bet. And hey, remember, as we said at the top of the show as well, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe, hit the notification button so you know when we're going live. And if you watch this video at any point, hit the big like button as well. Like it as well.
Yeah. You guys, we started this. I can't remember the exact date that we started this, the Arts Talk, or rejuvenated, because Bill was doing this for 6 years before, as some of you know. But we rejuvenated it online. And 2020, when COVID hit, basically put a pretty good damper on things for everybody, including this show, because it was starting to just pick up and grow, and we were getting a new location to shoot in, and all of these wonderful things were on tap. And of course, COVID-19 put the kibosh on that. So we're in the position now where we're restarting, and we're restarting to grow, and so on and so forth. So if you're watching this, you hit the like button, etc. Subscribe to us, and of course, share it with people you think who would like it, and talk to your artistic friends. Maybe they wish to be on here. Let them know what we do. And, hey, you never know. A year from now, this could be a whole different show.
You got it. So, Cliff, I think we should probably wrap it up. And, of course, we said we'll be on twice a month. So our next show will be June 16th.
There we go. There you go.
So make sure to get a hold of us if you want to be on that show, and we will have some fantastic guests. So again, thanks to Dan and Jordan from Good Improv. Thanks to
guys.
Christine and Rebecca and Jacqueline for joining us on the show as we do this reintroduction of Arts Talk. It's great to be back, everybody. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Fantastic. Nice to see y'all. See you again.
See y'all.